Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I will apologize right off the bat for the feigned profanity that is found in the thumbnail. I genuinely just didn't know what else to call it. Whenever Cyril Ramaphosa opens his mouth, it's like grating on my ears. And not because he has an annoying voice, though he sometimes does. It's nothing to do with his personal person. It's the way in which he speaks. It's the way in which every single time there is a problem, every single time the ANC, because let's be honest, it's always only the ANC or the EFF that's involved in stealing from the country. Every single time someone is caught in the ANC or the EFF stealing from the country, it turns into we must do better. We must stop stealing. And it's like, we are not stealing. You are stealing from we, right? Like, we are the ones being stolen from. We're not the ones doing the stealing. So stop talking about we must do anything. It is beyond annoying. And it happened again. Now, by now, all of you should be aware of the 2 billion rand Tembisa Hospital fraud corruption scandal. Effectively, we think that it's about 2 billion rand. It could probably be a lot higher than that. The issue is there's about 3 different mafias that were involved in robbing this hospital blind. And it's not just the hospital. Before people think, well, it's just one hospital. No. They were literally robbing the Department of Health for Gauteng through this hospital. They were funneling hundreds of millions of rands every single year into this hospital, out to the kingpins. And it should be mentioned that every single one of these kingpins are connected to the ANC. But our story today focuses on one of these kingpins, a man by the name of Mumeila. This is a man that has been center to this entire investigation. Just recently, we had a raid on his house where they removed, I don't know how many Lamborghinis and Ferraris and all manner of very, very expensive cars. One of the things that annoyed me on that is on X, I would see people going, oh, they just hate when a black man is successful. And it's like, no, we just hate when a black man is successful illegally. Like, I don't care if you're black and successful. Good for you, right? But if you're black, successful, and you did not earn that success, but instead stole it from someone else, which is so often the case if you're connected to the ANC, that is a serious problem. Because the money that is stolen there... Now, look, let's just square with each other here. I don't believe in government handouts. I don't believe in a social safety net. I don't think the government should take care of the poor, because I think whenever the government has to take care of anyone, they do a very bad job of it. They take way more money than what they need to from the ones that can pay, and they give way too little than what they need to the ones that need it. So the government is just a wholly unnecessary mechanism within that redistribution of funds nonsense. But even then, since we now do live in a country where funds are redistributed, it drives me mental to know that a lot of the money that we, you and I, pay into the tax coffers of this nation will actually not go to the underprivileged or to the poor. No. It will go to people like that to own Lamborghinis and Ferraris, while I don't own a Lamborghini or a Ferrari. I won't want to own one, but I don't. And I wouldn't be able to, even if I wanted to. Now, a viral video came out just over the last week that actually shows something rather interesting. I'll show you what I mean.
I need to come to the president. You don't need to come to me.
You come to me.
Yeah.
You come to me.
Yeah.
How are you, my brother?
Yeah.
I'll give you some love.
I love you.
I'll give you some love.
Yeah. I love you.
How are you? No better cameraman in the
Now, you might be wondering, well, what does this video have to do with anything? That house right behind the Honorable Cyril Ramaphosa, yeah, that's Mumeila's house. And this video was taken in front of his house. It was not just Cyril Ramaphosa, of course. It was also a current, I believe, deputy minister of South Africa. So a bunch of ANC cadres meeting in front of another corrupt ANC cadre's house. Well, the president has now responded. Ramaphosa admits that he knew the alleged Tembisa Hospital corruption figure, Hlengani Mumeila. But the president actually says something completely baffling. So the president's spokesperson clarified, and this happened on Friday, that the president is connected to Mumeila because about 47 years ago, he married Mumeila's aunt. And that's how they are connected. But that the president has never met Mumeila and has no idea who Mumeila is outside of the allegations against him. Then the president yesterday, speaking at the Council of Provinces in Cape Town, said, actually, no, never mind. I did meet him. I met him in 2024 when he came out of his house and greeted me in the street and introduced himself as Hlengani Mumeila. And I said to him, so you're the man bringing my name into disrepute. So we have conflicting stories. The president's spokesperson clearly doesn't know what person he's supposed to speak for. The president's argument, by the way, is exactly that. He was jogging. And he just always jogs past that house. And that's really the extent of it. That we should ask him more questions. The fact that the president happens to jog past a massive mansion of a man that has stolen and robbed this country blind, a man that has ample connection to the ANC. Why are we fixating on that? The president makes it clear that he sees this fixation as just an attempt to sully his, well, good name might be an overstatement. Let's be real. President Cyril Ramaphosa doesn't have much of a name in South Africa. Well, he has lots of names, but none of them is safe for advertisements. So I won't be repeating them here. It's not good for the president, but let me tell you what the president had to say about this. He ends his speech in the Council of Provinces with the following. I am appalled as I walk past that house. I know that house was allegedly built with money not properly acquired, money that should have been spent on the health of our people. The SIU has taken action and I applaud them. That is why I say we are making progress. The Special Investigating Unit is reclaiming stolen money. We must support and applaud their efforts. I am in full agreement with you, Mr. President. We should applaud their efforts. The issue isn't the catching of the criminals. Even Jacob Zuma was caught and then tried in court. The issue is the courts system, Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa, the one that you set up, because the courts are fully and wholly controlled by the governing party. That's the issue. We all know that corruption does pay in this country. If you're a person accused of corruption and caught with your hand in the cookie jar, you'll go through the rigmarole, you'll go through the judging and all the rest of it, and then you'll say, I'm sick. And the judge will just go, well, released on medical parole because you're sick and so on. That's the issue, Mr. President. Stop saying that you're making progress. We have had corrupted or corruption-linked individuals arrested before. They're still walking free. If you steal enough in this country, you are literally incapable of going to jail for any prolonged period of time. Steal a little bit less and they'll lock you up forever. So, be careful. Billions rather than millions, I would say, is probably the benchmark for, going to jail forever or medical parole. It's up to you. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is the story. As always, hit the like if you liked it. If you didn't, let me know in the comment section down below. Do you believe the president of South Africa, or do you think there is just, it's just more nonsense? I'd love to read your thoughts in the comment section down below. Massive shout out and thank you to all of the patrons and the YouTube channel members of this channel. Thank you so much for your support. Without you, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. I want to ask if you guys would be willing to subscribe, because we're making our way towards 50k subscribers. So any and all subscriptions do help. As always, be good to each other, be kind to each other, and I will see all of you in the next one. Peace.